Hello, this is Mike and Shereen Bell, and we're going to show you how to record a song on this beautiful Clavinova, Yamaha Clavinova that we have at the church at Mount Calvary Lutheran Church in Red Deer. So I think everybody knows how to turn the power on. So the power button does, or the piano does have to be on to start with. And then you can see over here there's a little USB port, and so we're going to stick in the memory stick that we have. And the screen over here, our main screen in front of us with all the selections, will also have a window pop up saying the USB has been connected, and then it'll disappear. So then you'll have your original main screen that comes up. And so then when you have a look at the main screen, you'll see to the right, new song. That's where we're going to go for doing the recording. And I'm going to hand this phone over to Mike, and he'll have a hold on to that while I point and press buttons. And then at the very top of that screen, there's a tiny little arrow, and that's what you want to press to do more of the details. So you're going to see a button here that will tell you that the recording is actually taking place. The red button is your record button. Then the square is a stop, play, pause, reverse, and then forward is there. We didn't use these. Like, did you have anything to say about these right now?
No, we don't need that.
Okay, so we're not really paying attention to these right now for that simple, straightforward recording. Okay, so we have that. Now, before I go forward, there was, if you want to play with your sounds, get your sounds ready, do that now too before you record. So I know I like this grand piano sound. I think for our example, I'm going to add these real strings. Or actually, I usually like the chamber or the concert strings, right? Is that the one I like? Okay. And then the other thing that I know I like to do is change the balance. So I went into balance, and then I'm just going to decrease the volume. And I usually somewhere around 60. And then I close that screen. So then you can see that I have both sounds, like 2 layers of sound now. That was one of my favorites that I'm going to work with for this song. So if we come back to this panel again, this new song panel, we're going to hit the record button. So when we go into this new screen that comes up, again, go to your top right-hand corner, and you see 2 rectangular buttons, new MIDI and new audio. And new MIDI it'll default to, and that's a type of a sound file. But in order to transfer the songs, right?
To a computer, you need an audio file.
Okay, so that's why this is a nice choice. And this is what we've done today in recording some of the hymns. We went to choose new audio file, so it automatically is transferred to a WAV file, right?
Correct, that's how it's going to start.
Okay, so then you're going to come up with this next screen where you can actually start the recording. And Michael, you showed me over here to the right, the buttons for song control and recording are also right on the actual console, right?
Correct.
So you could man it from the control pad here, but you can also man it right from the screen. So you have a choice. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get ready. You know what? One other thing that we noticed when you had it on the MIDI version, the MIDI, if you were here by yourself, automatically starts the recording when you play. Was that correct?
Yeah, the MIDI file will start once you hit your first note.
Yeah, but the WAV file or the new audio file, you actually have to manually press the record button, or you might even need to have somebody as a second person to hit the record button. So that's just something to think about if you're coming in here recording by yourself. Okay, and so now I'm going to get ready, and Mike, you're going to help me?
Okay.
Press that button?
I will press the record start.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so you saw me press the stop button on the console of the screen. Okay.
And you can see our recording was 14 seconds long.
Yeah. So I'm going to press play again just so you can hear it and you can know that, okay, it actually did work. Awesome. Okay. So you're done with your song. Now you want to actually name it and transfer it over onto the little USB stick. So I'm going to actually press in this whole area here, new song, number 1. And it's in orange, meaning that it's actually selected right now. If it was in the gray, that means we didn't have it selected. So now I know with it being selected, I'm going to go down to the left bottom corner where it says File. I'm going to press File, and I want to actually give it a name. So this little pencil with the letter is telling me that that's how I'm going to go type in the name. So then you have this box, this black box up here. I press delete because it's got the generic new song, number 1. And I know it was, the hymn number was 461. You can get a space bar in there. And
just call it test.
Test. I'm playing with the upper and lower case here. So it's going to be 461 test. And then we're going to press OK, because that's all I want to call it. Okay, so then it's in my list of the different songs that I recorded today. You can see we did a bunch, and it's still highlighted. So I know I'm still in that selection. And then I'm going to come back down to this file at the bottom left corner and press it again. And then I'm going to go to this icon that's a copy icon. And again, I know that in the check mark box, it's selected to be copied or to do whatever you want to do with it. I'm going to choose this next icon, which is called copy. And you can see also the delete icon, which is like a garbage can, right? So those are the 2 big ones that we use today. So let's go copy. The next step is, now I see that the USB stick is also named up here as another folder. That's the folder picture. So I'm going to select the folder that is actually the USB stick. And that's where I'm going to copy it to. So it's copy here is the next command that you want. All right. So it actually shows that the test has been copied onto the USB stick.
Okay. So Sharina, how do I delete that file?
I have to go back and delete it now? Okay.
Well, we don't want it on the stick.
Okay. So say if you made a mistake and you don't want it, so I want to be able to select it again. There it is in orange. I'm going to go back to File. I see that it's check marked, and I'm going to delete it. It's going to ask me for that permission one more time just to make sure. And I'm going to say yes, we're going to delete it. So there we go. It's not on there anymore. And we have the list of other songs that we've actually completed for today's homework, right? And that's it for this for now. There's a whole lot of other functions, but we wanted to focus on the straightforward stuff to begin with. So we'll press close. And then, Mike, we can just simply remove the stick. Is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay. So then we're just going to take out the USB stick. It says that the device has been disconnected. Should tell you that. Now you're ready to take it and pop it into the computer and work with it from there.
Thank you, Shireen.